Hello everybody, welcome again to this lesson. Today we're going to continue with chemistry. Now in this lesson we're going to learn and we're going to study something about acids, bases and salts. Do you know what are they? So now let's see. Here we have the first one. What's an acid? An acid is a chemical compound that reacts with metals and with compounds called bases to produce new chemical compounds called salt. What does it mean? For example, are you trying have you tasted lemon juice or something like that? Do you notice the substance that the lemon has? It's like an acid. So this is a weak acid, obviously, and it cannot react with your body in this case. So now here we have the examples of chemical compounds that an acid reacts with metals. In this case, the metals can be destroyed with acids. It depends on the acid you are using for it. Then we have with compounds called bases to produce new chemical compounds called salt. When they are destroying something, when they are reacting, the acids are reacting with metals, they create different things or different elements, and these elements or compounds, scientifics and all people called salts. Let's see this. The weak acids, they are the acids that cannot react with your body in a critical way, for example. Now the first one is the vinegar. Maybe you have vinegar in your kitchen. All mothers, all women use vinegar with food or with some medical treatments. Then we have here the lemon. Have you tasted lemon? Yes, I know, I love lemon. So lemon is a weak acid that, as I told you, cannot react with your body or with a metal in a way that we say, wow, this lemon destroys the metal or the table or something like that. No, this is a weak acid. Now let's see what a base is. A base is a substance that reduces the strength of an acid. It's the opposite. When it reacts with it, we say that a base neutralizes the acid. If a base is dissolved in water, we call it an alkali. Now a strong base is caustic. In this case, we have the base. Base neutralizes the acids. As we have here, it's a substance that reduces the strength of an acid. Now, let's see an example. The oven cleaner. Maybe you use this in your kitchen, maybe not, but it's an example. That in this case, you use the oven cleaner to remove substances from your oven, from your stove, that you cannot clean with just water and soap. So you need something strength and something that reacts contrary or to the opposite of the acids. Using acids, here we have examples. The vinegar, as I told you, is used to preserve food by pickling. It kills microbes. The sulfuric acid is used in car batteries, detergent, soaps, and pigments. The nitric acid is used with fertilizers, explosives, rocket fuel, varnish, and lacquers that you use in your skin to protect from the sun. Then the last one is the hydrochloric acid, that it's meaning of metals. In this case, it's used to react with metals, to cleaning or doing something with metals. Maybe you have a metal table, you have something else, or a metal shelf in your house, and you need to remove some microbes or some substances that destroy your shelf or your chair or your table or something like that, use the hydrochloric acid to reduce the strength. In this case, we have bases. The example of bases, the milk of magnesia or magnesium is used for treating acid indigestion. Maybe you have suffered from indigestion, and then you need to treat it with something, with a medical, maybe a painkiller, maybe for your head, it could be, or something like that. And the milk of magnesia is used for the indigestion. Then we have the baking soda that makes cakes rise. When you use this in a cake or in a bread, the bread rises to form the bread you want to eat. Then here we have the sodium carbonate or hydroxide that's manufactures soap and glass. It's just in industry or some factories to make these elements. Maybe you have a soap. I know everybody uses soaps and use glass, or you have materials or elements or some things made of glass. And the last one is ammonia. Ammonia is used in manufacture, cleaners, fertilizers, and other chemicals. These two are used in industry. Or maybe you have the entire element at home, it could be, I don't know, but these two are used in industry. Now we have the last one, salts. What are salts? A salt is a compound made when an acid reacts with a metal or a base. For example, the reaction between sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid produces sodium chloride and water. In this case, you have salt at home. You know that salt is the result from mixing the sodium and the chloric. So the chloride, when you're mixing this, you create a salt or something like the salt. In the world, we have different salts that are used for cooking, are used for medicine, or many things. But a salt is a compound made when an acid reacts with a metal. As I told you before, when you are using an acid in a metal, at the end you will get a salt from this. Okay, thank you very much for being here in this class. See you in our next lesson in our scientific laboratory. Goodbye, scientists. See you.